Hello everyone, I'm Chris Mozillo Steveson.
Yep, I named it Steve.
And this is a review of Ni No Kuni 2. Level 5. They created some of my favourite games from the PS2 era, but as since haven't really actually made any games that weren't either Inazuma 11 or Professor Layton games. But now we've got Ni No Kuni 2. I'm sure there was a first game at some point. Ni No Kuni 2 is this bright and colourful land filled with character and happiness. And well, it really starts off with a bang. Oh my goodness.
The story primarily follows the tale of Roland, who was the president of a nation before things went a little pear-shaped.
What in the world?
And he's now a younger anime version of himself, as well as the young cat king, Evan.
I'm Evan Petty Whisker Tildrum, king of Ding Dong Dell.
And to be honest, he's almost too adorable to be a king. This problem is overcome rather quickly as a coup takes place as the mouse folk overthrow his nubile reign and seek to end the Tildrum line once and for all.
Guards! Seize him!
Jesus, Roland, we've only been in this land for like 5 minutes, of which most of that was running up and down the stairs, and you've already pulled out a gun. God, I think I need some fresh air.
Roland, being the kind of man he is, decides to help young Evan escape from his own home as soldiers try to hunt him down and end his adorable cat-eared life. Turns out the president of some kind of United States is pretty handy with a sword and has no qualms with cutting down his foes. Things invariably go pear-shaped again, as you're accosted by these overwhelmingly adorable skeletons, but thankfully Evan's teacher comes to your aid. I don't know what subject she teaches, but I think it's kicking ass. You'll lead your escape through Ding Dong Dell's Ding Dong Well, which are the sewers because every RPG needs to open with a sewer segment.
By now you've probably realised just how nice everything looks. Everything's got this cel-shaded style to it, which just means it all looks so beautiful. From Evan's beautiful face to the goopy skeletons and even the spell effects.
Nello!
Oh.
In a cruel twist of fate, the world isn't just full of rainbows and happiness, as it's also filled with tragedy and everyone you know and love dying horribly. Your teacher leaves you with a few parting words to learn from.
No, my friend, no, don't die on me. Make sure to build a brilliant kingdom. And don't forget to collect taxes regularly. And make sure to recruit new B and put him in the blacksmith. His mother always wanted to create weapons that'll kill a lot of monsters. It's a little bit weird, but it'll get the job done. Friendship.
And so, Evan officially sets out on his journey to build a kingdom in which everyone can live happily ever after. The only issue being that real estate is quite hard to come by in this economy, and it's also pretty poor form to set up shop on the doorstep of the place that just tried to kill you. So, seeking out new lands to call your own, you have to pass across a mountainous region and hope that nothing goes wrong in the process. Gosh darn it.
It was nice to make your acquaintance.
Despite being captured by mountainous sky pirates, you come to an easy understanding in which they join your cause. Specifically, your future probable girlfriend, Tanny, and her dad, who looks like a mashup between Magnum P.I. and Gallagher, the comedian with the watermelons. They allow you to try and find your kingmaker, the magical creature that allows a king to rule.
That is in comparison to the more traditional means, which is to accrue enough militaristic, economic, or political power to just name yourself ruler outright. Instead, creating an entirely new nation to which to call yourself king by primarily involves undertaking a trial. And what sort of trial might that be? It's a tile puzzle with a riddle involved.
Tile puzzles aren't the only challenge stopping you from chipping your own chunk of land and naming yourself King of New Butland. There's also a trial by combat in which you fight an actual bear.
What? A bear? I've changed my mind. I don't really want to be a king anymore. I said I don't want to be a king.
After your deadly combat, you can finally acquire your proud and noble Kingmaker, the magical creature that embodies your entire land, the thing that makes you a king and allows your kingdom to flourish.
Oh! Ta-da!
What? After all that, I find myself with some weird LSD nightmare creature with a thick Scouse accent.
Crikey!
After finally establishing your nation, you visit your new kingly neighbours to see what they're about, and definitely not seeing if you should invade them or not. And you come across the land of gambling. In Goldpaw, everything is determined by the throw of a die, including the monthly tax rate, so what could possibly go wrong? Oh, everything could go wrong.
You owe me! You owe me!
At least the leader seems like a stand-up dude, and his advisor is definitely not evil.
My plan is complete. Your king's bond is mine!
Oh.
And so starts your little Cat King's adventure to thwart the forces of evil, explore the world, and even create your own kingdom. Because from humble beginnings spawns a cruel and ruthless dictatorship to destroy and crush the world. Or maybe not, because could you imagine a face as cute as Evan's doing anything quite like that? Roland, on the other hand...
No!
So your quest to save the world isn't necessarily just entirely limited to running around the world and saving everyone. You've got your own kingdom to maintain, and to be honest, it's an oddly compelling part of the game.
On your travels, you'll find citizens of other nations who need a new chapter in their life, and you can quite swiftly kidnap them and bring them to your own town. And once they move to your lands, you immediately put them to work in your labour farms. There's almost a Pokemon aspect of collecting all the townspeople you can to improve your little kingdom, and in turn, build new and more impressive buildings, as well as research to help you on your quest. You'll be frequently popping back home in time for tea, and also to collect the tax money, because, as we all know, a nation can only accrue so much tax money before, well, tax is free? There's such an eager anticipation of recruiting more people to improve your kingdom or unlock some new research that keeps you running around the world doing simple errands for people.
And I really do mean simple fetch quests. A lot of the time it just involves going out to go and find some items for someone, maybe 3 octopi or some garlic, and then you have to go scouring the land for some shiny dots around the map, or maybe even hoping your kingdom provides the necessary resources you need, and then just bringing them back.
In other instances, it's a process of exploring otherwise unexplored areas to fight some beastly foe to put someone's mind at ease. What on earth is that? Well, maybe it doesn't mean too much harm. Nope, it's weird. Or maybe I should just see what it's all about. No, my mother warned me about this. I'm still not sure if I dreamed this nightmare or what, but there's a topless dancing man in a forest who asks for pebbles and in return gives you... candy? Don't take candy from strangers, kids. Seriously. This is almost definitely a sex thing.
Whoa!
I think this highlights an unexpected aspect of Ni No Kuni too. That despite it being this happy, colourful journey of a young cat king prancing through the world, It's also filled with these sharp veins of darkness that completely blindside you and leave you curled up in a corner.
It's a little late for that.
Things kind of got away from us there for a moment, but I really don't think it can be mentioned often enough just how much of a ray of sunshine this entire game is. It's so full of character and colour that you'll just be sat there with a smile plastered across your face the entire time as these characters try and live out their dream of living happily ever after. There are very few specific scenes that leave you with this dumb grin smeared across your face at just how bizarre and quirky they are.
Tunny? Yes, Evan?
As well as the use of regional accents, which really add a whole layer of colour to it. What on earth does this even say?
Speaking of buzzing, there's combat. It's good. The combat looks really nice, keeping the bright and colourful designs through to the monsters and spell effects, meaning everything has this wonderful glow to it. Combat's been improved since the previous games. You're no longer trying to make your pets bend to your will, and instead taking the fight into your own young child hands. As you smash various golems, skeletons and wyverns to death, you can freely change between your party whenever you want, allowing you to change up and get used to a variety of characters. There's also Higgledies, who are little fairy creatures an old lady teaches you about.
Oh, what did I ever do to you, I ask? Oh my pretty goodness! Oh!
Yeah, that old lady to be precise. They're overwhelmingly adorable and cute, and can provide a variety of bonuses to your battles, such as defensive boons, healing fields, or a cannon to bombard your foe with. There's a whole bunch to get involved with in Ni No Kuni 2 when it comes to combat.
But here's the thing. It's not actually that hard, which is fine. It's fine to be easy in a simple game, especially when you look as good as Ni No Kuni 2 does. The issue is with Ni No Kuni 2, it provides you with so many systems, and they're all kind of meaningless and not ever used. The tactic tweaker, higgledies, accessories, food, there's so much going on in the combat, but they're not entirely needed.
Other than not needing these things for my own benefits, a lot of these things seemed unnecessarily complicated. Look at this higgledy screen. Could you imagine having to digest this amount of information on so many things in order to make a team that filled a niche you didn't know you originally had? Or going through the hordes of accessories and wondering if that minor increase in strength will be worth the resources to develop it? Or even trying to work out when consuming food items would be a good idea, or even remembering there are food items in the first place. There's an issue that you may find yourself opening your inventory one day to find you've accumulated nearly 100 different and new weapons that are all better than what you have now, yet the fact it took you so long to even look in the first place becomes alarming. All these systems suggest the game wants to be toothier than it ends up actually being.
Now, don't let that small little rant put you off. That was more for my own benefit, because at the end of the day, Ni No Kuni 2 is still a really fun game. It's mostly down to its bright colours and its charming personality. I mean, honestly, really, sometimes you just need a nice, happy fairy tale story about the power of friendship overcoming darkness. I wish I had some friends. I wonder what happened to them. You've caught me at the end of the video. Do feel free to check out some of my other videos, which should hopefully just be over there, or subscribe by clicking on my face, which is hopefully on my face. Otherwise, feel free to check out in the description. There's hopefully a more well-written, wordier review on my blog. And otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching.